The stone is a room without windows or floors or doors. The stone is a fist that holds captive a handful of broken bones and perfect thorns. The body of the stone no longer yields harvest. She is a muted womb, blunt fallopian tube with a uterus like Jericho. Her walls are always 7 days away from falling. The stone lies submerged in an ocean without borders. Even the bulldozing tide cannot breach her pores. What? With her lungs unraveled and worn like second skin, she has sealed herself from the influence of the spirit who hovers outside like breath. And a student to the necessity of survival, she has taught herself to harness tornadoes like cattle and to plow the dark, burying her solitude in the saline barrenness of the ocean floor. The silence of the deep is graveyard. And from between tombstone lips, she counts each body by name. There lies faith. There, what remains of peace, and in that corner is buried love and all its inglorious manifestations. Here lies hope cremated. So she makes home in the company of ghosts, where she once prayed for resurrection and finds comfort in the erosion and corrosion of a current without conscience, surrenders to her inability to preserve things, to keep them from hitchhiking on waves and sailing away. But who can distinguish the tears of a stone submerged in an ocean without borders? In this reluctant baptism, how can she know whether she has any of God's attention? This sculptor, they say, is in love with a drowning stone. In the beginning was a message. The beginning was a message. In beginning was a message. In a bottle, the beginning breaks the body of the bottle until the message seeps out like alabaster-infused ink, water soluble. It sinks into the sea and begins to puke. Genesis. So you say that to face God without censorship feels like almost dying, feels like dying almost. Of course, life is a curse to those at peace with their death. But then you ask, who could love a stone without form in the darkness and in the void? But I have loved you since before existence, only creating time to mark this encounter, that this love may not be relegated to forgetting and to the tombs of memory. So please, just give me 6 days to woo you, because my courtship is creation. For your sake, I will disguise myself as language, and my voice will be a birth canal where each word is born, a seed that sprouts in speech, and each letter a bristle on a broom that clears the air. I have always seen you, crafted and crocheted you in my imagination, each thread of DNA designed in thought. You are my intention. But I will banish the waters at the compulsion of my tongue like a staff, because under the sea my word forges dry ground, and the tide will not go further than my command. Let there be light, just so you can see me. 2 hands first, relocate home here, where the universe sleeps without anxiety, and your name is a constellation that predates the stars. These palms are a promise to cradle a rolling stone. These palms are day and revelation. These palms will hold you in untethered night. So when you do not see me, acquaint yourself with the fingerprint of my works. You see, I could offer you a bouquet of flowers, exiled from their roots, or carpet petals at your feet. But the borders of my love traverse generations, that the children of a stone may not forget the affections of a sculptor. So you will buckle under the weight of my tenderness, until you, a stone, are transformed into flesh, and flesh into spirit, and spirit is soil and malleable, and then I will dress you up from within. Make you an anchor for roots, and the yielding of fruits. Like Russian dolls, you will bear seeds. Within season, the stone will be a fountain for living things, a site of resurrections for buried things. Whether wild or tamed, by land or on air, the stone will be a mine of precious things. The stone will be mine. Mna ndiyinqaba lo ngumnqophiso wami yazi xa sinqabelana uthando lwami luyanqanqatheka. So here are two rings. Their names are sun and moon, with stars and galaxies sprinkled for gemstones and embedded in a velvet sky. This is my proposal in balls of fire and light. Wear them day and night until we reunite. Now let us rest. It is Sabbath. The value of a precious stone lies in its scarcity, or its cost to the one who will find it. Ask the savior of this blue and green culprit who exchanged his life just to mine it. They set aside to carve it with his hands until he fit it into his image. There can be no counterfeit when the cost was God in a human outfit. So tell a poet who chisels words between pen and page that she can neither earn nor diminish the love of a sculptor, and every attempt to give herself value is dust, now mud, now wrinkled. These are the philosophies of one who has been in the water too long. We are all stones drowning in the distortion of the waters, and our separations from God are sirens singing us into suicide and resistance. So tell the stone resident behind your ribs, it is only precious because of the love of a rock. 7 billion stones drowning, some reluctant for rescue. But even if we refuse the proposal, the love of a rock will outlast the extinction of time itself.